Hello and welcome to At the Game, presented by Playtech Sport here on America's source for high school sports, MaxPreps.com. I'm your host, Casey Littlejohn in Redmond, Washington at Merrymore Park on the final day of the regular season for Washington schoolgirls lacrosse. And today we're going to be watching Lakeside versus Lake Sammamish. Now these two teams are vying for the number 3 seed to the postseason tournament, which will begin next week. Lakeside sitting in third place currently with a 7-2-1 mark, while Lake Sammamish comes in at a nearly identical 7-3. So it should be a great game out here today. Before we get to the action, let's take a look at some players to watch for. On the attack for Lake Sammamish, it's number 18, Allison Clements, an astounding 43 goals on the season. She averages 4.6 points per game. And for Lakeside, it's the senior Emma Dorland. She's found the net 26 times to go along with 5 assists for a 3.88 point per game average. And in goal for Lake Sam, it's the junior Grace Hamilton. She has 74 saves on the season, good for a 40.9% save percentage. And for Lakeside, it's the senior Madeline Hurlbutt with 63 saves this season. She has rejected 45.7% of the shots she's faced. Lake Sammamish draws first blood when Caitlin Chirishigno takes the pass and scores. And the ladies in black strike again. This time it's Claire Monsis, creates her own shot and finds the net. So with Lake Sam getting off to the quick start, it's Lakeside's turn to go to work, and it's the sophomore number 3, Natalie Fox, making some nice moves and a nice shot as well to make it 2-1. But the good feelings didn't last too long for Lakeside, as right off the restart, number 14, Allie Savage for Lake Sam, takes it down the field, gets it over to the powerhouse, Allison Clements, for her first score of the game. Lakeside offense back at work, but they're going to be denied by Grace Hamilton. Lake Sammamish now going for goal again, and it's going to be Maggie Lair going down low. Bounces it in for the score. So Lakeside falls into an early hole, but Rebecca Long here going to take it behind the net. She's going to find Jade Blake Whitney, who slaps it in. On the other end for Lake Sam, it's Monsis again with the nose for the goal. Puts it in up high under the crossbar. Lakeside needs to assert themselves, and the sophomore Kaylee Best does just that, bowling over the defender and firing it home. And then for Lakeside is number 2, Sarah Drucker, in traffic, scores. Lakeside trying to keep it going, but this shot is stonewalled by Hamilton. And now some great off-the-ball movement by Sarah Wyrick, cuts across the goal and scores. So Lake Sammamish with their mojo back, and Clement shows why she's one of the top scorers in the state. And this time it's going to be Allison Clement setting the table for Monsis, drawing the goalie out, Monsis with a wide open net. And then immediately following, Monsis wins control of the ball, heads downfield and dishes it off to Emily Sokol, who puts it in. Lake Sammamish sustaining the lead. And off the foul they go for more, but Hurlbutt comes up with a big stop for Lakeside. Then Rebecca Long in red thinks she's going to put one in here, but Hamilton comes up with a save. So the goalie's making an impact here at the end of the first half as Hurlbutt comes out to intercept the pass, get her team going in the right direction, and it pays dividends as number 2, Sarah Drucker's going to take the pass and score a much-needed goal for Lakeside. 9-6, Lake Sammamish up at halftime. Second half now, Fox with the free go of it, and she goes up high over Hamilton for the goal. And then Hurlbutt comes up with another big save to keep her team close. Lake Sam does score here, though, as Maggie Laird does a nice job to go low to the far post. And then number 10, Harley Hitchcock must have been taking note because she goes low as well to give Lake Sammamish a slight cushion. Always a perennial powerhouse in lacrosse. You know Lakeside wasn't going to go anywhere, and Dorland fires it in from the foul to get her team within 3. With Dorland's efforts energizing the team, number 11, Nikki Kiga, the senior, going to do everything herself here, continuing to build some momentum for Lakeside. Lake Sam needs a goal, and Kate Wagner comes up big time for them. With the skies opening up, Hamilton comes up with a huge save on this Emma Dorland rocket. And then it's Hamilton again with a tremendous save. On the other end, Madeline Hurlbutt was coming up with some big saves of her own. As these two teams fighting it out, this time Dorland scores a big goal for Lakeside. And watch out, Lakeside is on the come up. Number 2, Sarah Drucker sneaks one in here. Lake Sammamish's lead down to 12-11. And that's when Clement steps up to score her 3rd goal of the game for Lake Sammamish. Heading towards a frantic and nail-biting finish, Blake Whitney scores for Lakeside to get them back within 1 goal. And after that, Rebecca Long gets a little rough and scores one of the biggest goals of the season for Lakeside. And that would lead to a fitting conclusion, a 13-13 draw between Lakeside and Lake Sammamish. I caught up with the Playtech Sport co-players of the game, the goalkeepers, Madeline Hurlbutt of Lakeside and Grace Hamilton from Lake Sammamish.
Well, we owe it all to our coach, Jamie, who fired us up and told us that it's our game, and if we want to come back, we have to come back, and it's all effort. It's 100% effort. We are ready. We're going to come fired up, and you know what? We are going to bring it in playoffs, and I'm super excited for my team because we worked really hard for this tie. And even though it's a tie, we're going to bring it with some wins in playoffs.
Yeah, well, definitely in the first half, our defense was awesome. The slides were there every time the second slides were coming in. We were crashing on the reattacks. So the defense came up really big. Second half, I think we all just got a little tired. Emotions started running high, and Lakeside played a great game. They have some great shooters, and they're fast. But all in all, we played hard, and I just tried to keep the team going, keep them encouraged, keep their heads up so we could keep on marching. Yeah, well, we've been working hard all season, and we're going to continue to work hard. We're super excited to be in playoffs. Looks like we're going to be 4th seed taking on Issaquah, so we're excited for that game and excited for the future of Lake Sam and hopefully taking it to state.
So braving the elements out here today was well worth it as Lakeside and Lake Sammamish play a classic, a 13-13 draw, and who knows, with the playoffs starting up next week, these two squads could see themselves again here down the road. Thanks for joining me here on At the Game, presented by Playtech Sport. I'm Casey Littlejohn, and I hope to see you next time.